Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
I'm delighted to finally welcome to the program someone who's become very dear to me. Her name is Sophia. She's part of the Sam Campbell's Business First group here in Marbella, and she's a European international financial advisor with Black Tower. Sophia, I'm so glad you finally accepted my invitation to come to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You speak so well when we're at the meetings. I find it hard to believe that you could be shy, but it is different coming on television. I've been doing this now for like 8-9 years, and it gets easy when you do something all the time. I imagine that's how you feel with all the tax and financial advice that you give, that I just find it overwhelming. It's all so confusing, but you seem to just actually understand it. It's like a language you speak very well. Did you always have this brain for finance, or how did you get into finances?
Well, I have to say that it was by chance. When I finished university and after doing my languages, studying skills that my parents taught me to do, then I just sent the CVs, and it was a banking moment. So then is how I got involved into finances, and I really loved it. It's been already, this year, it's been 20 years.
Wow. I imagine there's been quite a few changes, although certain things are just consistent. What's it like in your world? Because I know, like, the laws change so much in Spain, for example, and you deal with people who come to live in Spain, who have properties and businesses all around the world. So to me, again, it sounds very complicated to understand the peculiarities of each country to be able to give the right financial advice.
Yeah, that's right. It's complicated to get on the top of everything, but of course it's a sector that gets changes every single day, pretty much, because the markets, everything gets affected from the political point of view, or how things are around the world. So we need to be very on the top of everything.
Being in charge of someone else's finances is a big responsibility. Maybe for not all financial advisors, but I know you take it very personally, which is why I've not had any problems in the past recommending you since we met, because I see how you deal with each people, and the feedback I've had from people I've sent your way has been quite delightful, actually.
Thank you.
What are the things that most people need? Because I don't even think I need a financial advisor, but apparently everyone could do with financial advice in some respects. What are the most common things that you deal with?
Is getting to understand how to save for the future. It depends on the stage in life that you are. So if I'm dealing with somebody that is just start working, so it's drive that person to learn how to save towards retirement. I remember my father telling me as soon as I got involved into the financial world and working, telling me, Lucia, you should do a pension plan. And it's like, oh, Papi, what are you talking about? I'm only 20 something. And he said, no, believe me, you have to. And now I look back, and it's good that you have somebody telling you that you need to start planning for your retirement, because in the end, that gets to the point. So it's really to get to understand the situation of the person, so which stage of your life you are in. So if you start working, you need to start saving towards that, or maybe to buy a property, of course, that was the next point in my life, or to create a family. Then when you have kids, is to save towards their education. Then when you get to older, maybe to start saving for buying a new car, or again, to reinforce the retirement place in the future for you. So it's just to get to understand people's mind and how they want to see themselves in the future. Not in the 20-year future, maybe 5-year future, that's also liable. So that's how I try to help out people.
What is the biggest mistake that you've seen that people continually make?
We think, and I include myself, that we do understand markets ourselves. And it's a common error to see markets going up, and then you want to invest when there is the peak, or to sell when it's going down and maybe that's the lowest. So we need to place funds or to place my money towards retirement in a safe fund or a safe future for you. So there is a connection between when you start saving and then when you are taking that money out. So it's just to find the place, the right company to put your money and to invest in.
I think a lot of people actually look for financial advice when they're in a pickle. And unfortunately, we don't make good decisions when we're stressed. So as you're saying, we should actually do these things as a standard at the beginning of life or any time, but not wait till you have the need, basically.
Exactly. Whenever somebody needs or have an objective, a short-term objective, like I want to buy a property towards the end of this current year, for example, I wouldn't recommend never to go into the market, because markets can do well for you, but usually you could have volatility and it's not the right decision probably when you take the money out. So it's better to know exactly what is your money for, when do you need the money, and when to invest and where to invest. Not all the time I can recommend my clients or people that approach me to do an investment via myself, because it's not their product or the service that they are looking for. They are looking for something that is going to be in 3 months' time. So I just divert them to go into a bank to do a deposit, or go into the bonds for the government bonds or things like that. So it's not always what I can recommend to them in regards to my own business, what is suitable for them. So it's always to understand people's needs. That's the main thing.
It's really nice to see that you actually would even redirect somebody somewhere else if you can't offer them what they need. How do you combine being a mum and all the hours you work? Because I know you have an office, but I don't think you're ever there. You live on the road, up and down, seeing everybody. How do you manage to fit it in? Because there's a lot of working mothers in Marbella. It's not all just party and pool. So I think it'd be nice, because last week we had Esther Reyes from Cudeco, and she sat here with a little girl on her lap. Because again, combining, trying to work, represent your company, but be a good mum at the same time.
That's a very good question and a deep one. I can tell you that it has changed from pre-COVID. I don't like to go back to those days, but it's the truth. Pre and after. Before COVID, everything had to be face-to-face. So how we dealt with, because also my husband is a big part of that, so we had two and one daughter, we had just to arrange nursery, after school, all activities. So she was basically from 7:30 in the morning at the preschool place, and then till sometimes even 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, because we do have events and we have things to attend, or maybe it's a client that needs something that has to be done. So it's a good combination of that. So that was pre-pandemic. And after that, I have to say that everything changed, because we realized that we could work remotely, that we do have a lot of technology that is helping us, using that in a proper way. Of course, it's a big fear now with kids, with the technological things, but we need to try to arrange that, to adjust that to our own lives. So that is how I manage. So now it's more Zoom calls, WhatsApp video calls, Skype calls, emails, phone, and face-to-face, of course, but it's more
manageable.
Yes.
It's funny because you're not the only person that said that, and that saying every adversity produces a new opportunity.
Correct.
I think most of us refocused our world, realizing that a lot could be done long distance, that it makes no difference, and there are times face-to-face is better, but that we can also get a lot done without wasting all that time traveling backwards and forwards and what have you.
Because the amount of time that you save not having to drive all the way to Granada, where I'm from, or all the way to Huelva. So it's a long distance, and the amount of time that you waste, because in the end it's something that you can be more productive. So now everything is shorter and smooth, and then I can take care of my family time.
Wonderful. And I imagine that also it's enabled you to broaden your horizons in your client base as well. Now that we've accepted that we can have close relationships without being physically close.
Yeah, I have to say that from the client's point of view, they also thank me to have a Zoom call or more options open. Of course, again, I reiterate myself that it's good to see people in person because I'm a very, I need the people, we do need people to be mixed up. And, but it's true that they thank when you offer more options because they realize that you have much more time to get things done. Because by the time I was going, for example, driving to Granada, I need to come back home and then go to the office, so things could get done a couple of days after. Whereas now, as soon as we finish the Zoom call, everything is done. Because I can send everything electronically to get it signed, and they can place the money or take the money out, so it's more efficient.
I'm very happy for you, now that I'm a proud granny, and you realise that those moments, as you say, of travelling can be spent with family because you can get things done more efficiently online. Yeah. What would be your advice for our viewers in the sense of, let's me say, go speak to Lucia because she can sort things out for you, but what would be your message to our viewers? What would you like to share?
It's all the time to get to the right people in front of you. So when you say looking for a financial advice, do I really need a financial advice? I would say yes, always. Before you take in a decision, before you set up your plan, you need to either, again, as I had my father at the time, or my parents, both of them, or I do that for my brothers that are younger than me. I try to guide them in the right way to you always want the best for them and for clients in general, for the people in general. So I like to project have good plans for you to be set up, not to have a mistake or to regret things that you could have done. So it's always better to go and ask to the right people again, to the right person.
Well, you're certainly one of those right people to speak to. I'm delighted that you've come to the programme. I really am, because I understand your resistance, being shy to come on camera. Is this your first TV interview?
Oh, yeah, it is.
I feel so proud.
It is.
So proud.
With you. Thank you very much.
I hope it'll be one of many, and you'll come back to the programme once again. But I'm delighted that you all get to meet Lucia Margarejo. She's one of our Business First Marbella group members, which is very nice when we meet up every 2 Thursday mornings, yes, bright and early. I like getting up early, yes. like in it's more like Madrid when you have to be up and out and working, and to have that once every 2 weeks, yeah. Just getting up and being in Marbella early is lovely, and meeting lovely people like yourself.
Thank you very much.
Well, Lucia is there if you need some financial advice. Black Tower is the company that you work with. And I'm really grateful that you came to visit us.
Thank you.
Don't go away. Be back in just a moment.
Hey, hey.
Hero welcomes at Wheels Cafe.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hoganstown. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign, and we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
We are Hey, hey.
The 9th of May is Dia de Europa, the Day of Europe, and our foreign department at the Town Hall, together with the Town Hall, did a lovely celebration in the Parque de la Represa, which is a lovely area of Marbella, if you've never been there. And I was quite taken aback because I was given an award for my contribution to the international community. So it was very sweet, very unexpected, and I thought you might like to take a little look of the celebrations, and I think I'm in there as well getting my award. Buenos días. Good morning.
We are
Hi there.
Cuando queráis.
Todos por venir al Colegio Vicente Alexander y al Colegio García Lorca, que nos han ayudado muchísimo. Ya vais a ver todo el trabajo que han hecho. Y bienvenida a la alcaldesa, bienvenida a toda la delegación de extranjeros. Vamos a hacer hoy un homenaje a la bandera de Della y le voy a dar paso a Oti de la delegación de extranjeros, que va a empezar con...
Este año premiamos a 12 personas muy queridas por la delegación de extranjeros y por el ayuntamiento. Y hacemos un guiño con las 12 personas a las 12 estrellas de la bandera. Presidenta de la Asociación Francófonos Costa del Sol, lleva más de 40 años en Marbella, solidaria como nadie en multitud de proyectos benéficos y una trabajadora incansable. Enhorabuena, Françoise. A miles de estudiantes, españoles, alemanes y de otras muchas nacionalidades, creadores del Observatorio Astronómico y colaborado a Vanessa Van Camp, presidenta de BBCCE, que es Belgian Business and Community Club España, empresaria incansable, organizadora de encuentros empresariales en nuestra ciudad. Enhorabuena, Vanessa. Familias suecas fijen su residencia en Marbella. Llevamos muchos años celebrando el Día de Santa Lucía con ellos, con la participación de todos los niños del colegio. Empezamos hace 18 años con 20 niños y llevamos por 150 más o menos. Así que enhorabuena por la labor que hacéis. Enhorabuena, Isabel. La revista Info Alemana en 106.7 FM. Enhorabuena, Dietmar. Seguimos con Nicole King, compañera incansable en su lucha y empresariales. Muy merecido, Nicole, enhorabuena. Y terminamos con Svea. Efim es inversor en nuestra ciudad y ha creado un colegio de habla francesa integrando a todos sus conciudadanos. Recoge el reconocimiento su directora y propietaria Rubí Cortés. Gracias. Es un miembro activo de la Asociación de Venezolanos en Marbella. Está en contacto permanente con la comunidad de Sri Lanka y tantas otras, ayudando a todo aquel que lo necesita. Y recoge en su nombre William Olivares. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias a todos, por supuesto a la delegación, a mi compañera, a Reme, a Oti, a todos los que conformáis esa magnífica delegación de extranjeros que son los organizadores de un día clave en Marbella. El día 9 de mayo celebramos el Día de Europa, puesto con Marbella. Muchas gracias.
Canta
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a Zero Hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
I went along to the Hard Rock Hotel the other day because the Jacksons are coming back to Marbella. Very exciting. I think it's at the end of July, 27th of July, but do check it out. But very much looking forward to it, and I thought we could go along and see the presentation of the event because this is a big deal for our city and one of those concerts that I know that I will definitely be at. Go now and get your tickets at a Marbella Arena for the upcoming Jacksons concert organised by Rock Lounge.
In 2019 was a sellout show at a venue not far from here, but we're delighted to bring them back at the Marbella Arena.
To have you all here in the Hard Rock Hotel Marbella. Since we opened, we are trying to do our best to participate in all the activities that come up in the neighborhood. It's a huge pleasure actually to meet and partner with David at Rock Lounge. Since last year we have already organized a couple of things with them. We were sponsoring last year the events at the arena. We will again do it this year, whatever comes up in the arena with them. And now we are super proud to announce these heatwave parties here, pool parties here at the hotel. It's a fantastic combination. I mean, they have experience in Marbella. We just came up and we bring all the energy from the brand. So we have a super high expectation of this party. I'm really glad to have David here. I think you're going to be really before and after here in the hotel. So thank you for joining us, and I'm really excited to have you here. And of course, thank you very much, Cristóbal, Ayuntamiento de Marbella. We work hand in hand with you guys. It's always a pleasure to get your support, so thank you very much. And thank you everyone for being here.
They're the young crew that are doing the
1 hour ago, somebody told to me that I have to make to stay here, no? But just 1 minute ago, somebody told to me that I have to do it in English, so I'm really sorry for that. Well, just first of all, apologize, and second, really give thank you to everybody.
I'm happy to be here in the first event of the heatwave.
David, I'm so excited. The Jacksons coming to Marbella, which is very cool. But you always put on a good show. How are you feeling about the launch of this one?
Yeah, no, well, we had them in 2019 and sold them out at a venue not too far from here in Marbella. So we're taking them this time to the Marbella Arena. It's a little bit bigger and it's closer to here. And we're in partnership with Hard Rock Hotel, which is where we're at. And we're launching not just Rock Lounge and the Jacksons, but we're launching for the younger set, a series of pool parties here at the Hard Rock Hotel Marbella. So now we cater to all generations, and
well inspired by your daughter, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, no, Melissa's the one behind Marbella Music Week and Heatwave Pool Parties. She's in New York at the moment, so she's not here. But yeah, it's aimed obviously the under 40s, and the Jacksons is predominantly aimed at the over 40s, so we cover everyone.
Something for everyone.
Something for everyone.
Congratulations.
Fun and adventure for everyone.
Yeah, and in the Marbella Arena it's nice because we can go like family, and it's got a great atmosphere, a lot of restaurants and...
Listen, the family should come. The Jacksons are legendary. If you've got 12-year-old kids, they should see the Jacksons, you know, and as should the 60-year-old grandparents. Everybody should come to that show. It's going to be a spectacular show, and they should all come there. It's the 27th of July, Thursday night. I advise everyone to get their tickets and come there on rocklounge.com. Rocklounge.com. If they want to come to the pool parties, they go to marbellamusicweek.com. Okay, and then they can come to both, or
everything. Everything sounds good.
Everything for everybody.
You are a professional at what you do, so
I've done it
very grateful.
Done it a long time. So, you know, but still keep doing it. I like it, so I'm going to keep doing it until they tell me I can't. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Zero Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, Kazakh is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hey, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Welcome to Sister Taperia. Perfecto.
Lucia mentioned before that there's been a before and after the pandemic, and very much the case when it comes to people working remotely. As we were saying, Marbella has become a hub for people who can work from home or from co-working spaces. And we have a new one in Marbella. It's called The Pool, which is very exciting. It's on the top floor of the Corte Inglés supermarket store, which is by the Copper Tower, the exhibition centre, the Melia Don Pepe in Marbella. They did a soft opening in February. They did their proper launch party, and I was honoured to be invited to be there by Marie-Noël Ariz, and I think you'd all like to take a little look at The Pool. Hola, buenas tardes. Well, it's delightful to be here with Douglas and Christian of The Pool, which is an amazing new co-working space here in El Corte Inglés supermarket store by the Palacio de Congresos. Lovely to meet both of you, and congratulations.
Thank you and welcome.
Oh my God, look at you two, so perfectly in sync. Before we start, I have to ask, how did you get to the name The Pool?
That's yours.
Okay, The Pool, we got to the name because we are in Marbella, and people will be tricked in thinking, well, it's a pool, but it's actually a pool of talent. That's why we call it The Pool, but it can be the pool of...
It's a nice play on words.
It's a play of words. So it's The Pool, it's very different, and people, you know, it does stick to you. But it's really with the intention to say it's a pool of people, a pool of talent.
Well, I think it fits perfectly, because instead of saying I'm going to work, I'm going to the pool.
Exactly.
It sounds so much more chic.
Exactly.
In Marbella, we don't work, do we?
We don't work.
We don't. We go to the pool.
Exactly.
It's fabulous. How long have you actually been open now?
Okay, the pool, we did a soft opening from the 1st of February. Which means we've been open for what, 90 days that turns into?
Yeah,
90 days, 3 months. And yeah, so the actual inauguration is today. So we've done a soft opening so far, and very happy with the results so far.
Honoured to be here. It's a stunning building.
Yes.
You must have thought very hard about the architect, the designing, how you're going to put this all together. There's a group of you. Was it easy to agree on all the different steps of putting this together?
Everybody had the same vision, and the building itself, I've got to say, kind of inspires the end product. We've been blessed to have a Corte Inglés design team behind us, So they understood our vision directly. So what they proposed was really much in line with what we had it ourselves.
Leads me to my next question. How on earth did you have the nerve, the vision to speak to Corte Inglés and say, have we got a plan for you?
That's yours.
Yeah, I was 3 years ago, was sitting in my office and I saw the news that they were shutting down a few places. And, my God.
So busy.
Sorry. And I saw the opportunity. I said, this is going to be perfect for what we want to do, this community, for the community of business people that they are in Marbella. And it wasn't easy. El Corte Inglés is a very large company, 90,000 employees. To make yourself heard with El Corte Inglés was not easy. But I have to say, we were blessed to have Pedro Martinez, the director of El Corte Inglés here in Marbella, who believed in us and helped us get the idea and the project through Madrid.
Well, it's amazing also that you managed to get the finance together to be able to pull it off, because I imagine one great company goes with a great price.
Yes.
I think that plays into the fact that once we had envisioned what we wanted to do, and once we saw the image actually happening here, it's not easy to actually look for a plan B or another location. So yeah, it was this location or no location.
It's a spectacular installation. I've been here for a couple of meetings with the Rotary Club, coming again for the British Chamber of Commerce. You're already making your mark in just 90 days.
Yes.
It's, once again, I mean, we've got the building, we've got the location, but I would say our number one feature would be the community we've managed to put together. So once you have that in place, events, activities, like you mentioned, Rotary Club, the Marbella Women's Network, our own Marbella Tech meetups, all these things just come naturally. So it's about having the right people creating the community, which is, well, I'd say, the main feature we have right now.
I did a little bit of snooping on your website,
love it.
checking you guys all out. It's a nice combination of talents. You, Christian, having been with another co-working office space for so many years, has given you a lot of things that you didn't want to do, I'm sure, and things that you wanted to do completely differently.
Correct, yes. Well, to be honest, the first call I had from these gentlemen was actually Corte Inglés who referred me to them. And the first call we had was like, yeah, we're going to set up a co-working in Marbella. My initial approach is I already done that before. I thought, maybe it's not for me. But once I learned a little bit more about the people behind it, call them investors and founders, and I understood their vision, I was like, okay, my previous experience with this entirely new focus and this location, and with that pool, sorry for a play of words, but that pool of talent that we put together, that's when I was in the project 100%.
It's nice to see you both beaming, so excited, and already such a success. Your investors must be delighted, and you must feel very proud, Douglas.
They are happy and we are very proud. I came here in 1980, and to see Marbella develop in this way, being able to make a project that internationally people is regarding Marbella playing a part, so that the people view Marbella not only as a holiday place, but as a place where there is great people, great business people, and that you can come here all year round and live all year round. I think it's very, it gives me a lot of pleasure.
Congratulations. Thank you both very much for your time. I'm going to let you get back to the party.
Thank you
very
Thank
much.
you so much.
No time to hesitate. We are all the same. So much trouble.
I've got you.
And the machine.
I've got you.
Arrows shoot straight to your heart. We can change if we try. Just believe it's worth your time. One. We are one.
speaker will do more Spanish. I will be doing a bit more English. So not to upset anyone or bore, redo the speech, the same speech. So I hope that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Madame Mayoress of Marbella. Yes, and we have Martin and Johan Hedberg. I was lucky enough to meet them because without them, we would not be here celebrating this project. We would not be working. So thank you very much. I want to thank
for that candid introduction. Wow.
Ahora tenemos el placer de introducir a nuestra gran alcaldesa María Ángeles Muñoz. Un aplauso, por favor.
Muchísimas gracias. Muchas gracias y enhorabuena. Enhorabuena por haber sido capaces de entender el nuevo concepto de negocio.
A new partner of Zero Hero.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
It's a brand new day.
Zero Hero, welcome to the Secret Garden. We welcome you.
It's a brand new
I'm always encouraging local businesses to take on interns. Now, it is a little bit of work getting them going, but it's so worth it. Used Jong of Jong Leren normally sends me lovely Dutch interns, and I do have one arriving in a couple of weeks' time. Very exciting. But this year, I've also been very blessed to have Sophia with me. She's dear Casey, who's also a financial advisor and on the programme a few weeks ago. It's her little girl, and I thought it'd be really nice to put Sophia on the spot and have her sit here as my next guest. Sophia, you're a brave young lady.
Hi.
Hi. How are you finding the first few weeks of coming to the TV and seeing what we're doing?
I think it's super fun working with you, obviously. I get to meet a lot of new people as well. So it's kind of like networking, but like on the sides. So yeah, I think that's really fun. Yeah, I just like doing work for you as well. You're a super fun boss and you treat me so well. So.
Oh, well, someone sent me a lovely message on my birthday saying, what a nice boss and mentor. It's like, oh. It's fun having you around, and it's lovely to see things through the eyes of our youngsters, because they are our future, the future of Marbella, undeniably. You're studying, you're only 16, you're studying online, and we're talking a lot about, in this programme, about working online and working from home. you went to school here in Marbella.
Yeah.
You've grown up here.
Born here.
Born here, so you're authentic Marbella, bilingual perfectly. What made you switch from studying in a school to wanting to study online?
So we initially completely switched over in 2019, just before COVID happened, literally like just before. That was just because circumstances change, and it was just a good thing because we kind of predicted the whole switch over. So
everything that was going on.
It was kind of a blessing in disguise. So I changed, and then it was just.
How do you find it, like that self-organisation? Because you have to be very much in control of your
It's a lot of discipline.
time.
Definitely a lot of discipline. You have to completely remove yourself from any distractions, which I found very hard in the beginning, I will admit. But then I adapted, and I kind of had to force myself to sit down and listen and ask questions, which I actually really struggle with. So yeah, it kind of pushed me out my comfort zone, but I also like being very independent.
Well, you're very sweet, you're very shy, but you are very independent. I have to say, when we first started you started helping me. I went to an event at the food room, and you joined me because your mummy was going to pick you up there. I was so impressed, Sophia, of how everyone that I'd introduced you to, when you left, you walked past every single one and said goodbye. So, I mean, it's a little thing, but it's a big thing.
Yeah.
To be able to speak to people, which you're saying is one of those challenges, no? To like stand up and be noted.
Yeah.
Now that your exams are coming up, as I understand it, you have to travel backwards and forwards to Gibraltar.
I do, actually, yeah. So we only live like 30 minutes from Gibraltar, really, so it's not that big of a deal, but obviously studying on the way back, it's like super nerve-wracking.
And having a very enrollada mummy. I mean, you've got a very, as I often say, Casey's doing as much an internship with me as you are, because she picks you up and drives you around, which is like, so thank you, Casey, very grateful for that.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying having you with me on the programme. It's really nice to meet you, and as I say, the feedback from our youngsters is invaluable, because we get, especially with the technology, there are so many things that you are just like the language you speak, and yet for us it's just trying to like catch up and hang on. For any parents out there, what would be your advice regarding what we should do to keep an eye on you guys? What do you think we miss, or that we should be more aware of?
Just kind of like imagine what you would want when you were that age, sort of, but not like being too chill, but also like having your boundaries and always checking up, making your kid feel comfortable instead of always questioned and attacked.
But I imagine somehow
in a healthy way.
In a healthy way, but I'm saying it must
not
be
too much like a
difficult
friend, but
to keep an eye on the social media without looking like you're spying on your kids. But at the same time, I imagine that it's good that parents are aware of what kind of social media you move in.
Like my mum, I never used to allow my mum on my Instagram. I used to have everything removed, but then as I got older, it was kind of like, what's the point? Like, I'm not hiding anything. Like, well, obviously when you're little, you want something for yourself, and like, this is my thing.
Your space.
Yeah. And then I was just like, you know, she can see what I do. Like, I tell her what I do. She knows where I go, all my friends, so I didn't really have anything to hide.
Yeah, and I would say that if you've got something to hide, firstly, do not put it on social media, because it won't be hidden for long. And if you can, parents, get as much involved as you can with the kids to know what they're doing on social media, just because it's a big world out there. Big unknown world, particularly for us parents. Well, Sophia, you're doing a great job. Delighted that you managed to find time to come along today. And que sigan muchos meses. I hope that once you finish your exams, you'll still be coming to join us. Yay! Thanks, Sophia.
You're welcome.
Let the music get to your heart. Let it set you on your way. No time to hesitate. We are all the same. So much trouble tearing us apart. Poison arrows shoot straight to your heart. We can change if we try. Just believe it's worth your time.
Welcome to Urban Chai.
Good morning.
Would you like to take a seat?
Thank you. morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Nicole.
Well, I have finally decided to share my favourite place with the rest of the world, and that is Urban Chai. I come here a lot.
You do?
I do make it a very special occasion every time.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're always very busy. I try and choose your quieter times, which are few and far between. What are the times to avoid when you're really busy and we don't want to bother you?
I would say our busiest times are between 10 and 11 in the morning, and then again between 2 and 3. So anywhere sort of either side of those times, you'll probably get us a little bit calmer. But even in the busy times, you still have the best service. So.
And you serve food all day?
All day, every day, from
And
9 till 5 during the week, 10 till 4 on a weekend.
And you do breakfast all day?
We do breakfast all day apart from Sunday. So Sunday we change over to our Sunday roast at 1 o'clock.
That's very exciting. You're one of the best roasts on the coast?
One of the best roasts on the coast.
So every Sunday is a roast?
Every Sunday's a roast. We take off the roast in July and August because it is roasting outside. So, but yeah, all the rest of the year we have roasts on every Sunday from 1 p.m.
And vegetarian options?
We have a nut roast for the vegetarian, vegans. Other than that, we do pork, chicken and beef.
Wonderful. And what kind of things, apart from which I love the Eggs Benedict is one of my favourites. What's your favourite things on the menu?
I would have to say the veggie wrap. I'm a fan of hummus, so I do like the veggie wrap. I think it's very fresh. We also have fresh specials every day as well. So the special this week is an Italian wrap with basil pesto, sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, all combined in a wrap with a nice fresh pasta salad. But yeah, you can go anything from sort of your English breakfast to a more feta special and avocado, you know?
I do know. I do know. Which is why we're sharing it, because it's just the place to be. I normally park in the Carrefour car park, but there's always parking.
There is always parking. You can't get into this part outside where we have our tables as it's a private road, but other than that, you've got all on-street parking around that's all free.
Wonderful. And you've got like a nice team here. You've all been working together for quite a while.
The front of house team's fairly new, but we all get on very well. We've got a very nice solid team. The kitchen staff have pretty much been here since the beginning. So yeah, it's very consistent.
And as your boss is sitting in the background, what's she like to work with?
Yeah, she's a pleasure.
Sarah, thank you so much, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here and Urban Chai in the Petunias Shopping Centre. You can call it a shopping centre.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Coming up on the 28th of May are the local elections. If you are registered on the town Padron and you signed the I can vote little box, you can vote, and I would highly recommend that you do. If you haven't received the relevant paperwork from the town hall, do contact the Foreigners Department and they will help you sort things out. You can contact, I think it's info.internationalresidents@marbella.es, but do go to the Foreigners Department and find out, because on the 28th of May there will be local elections, and if we do have the right to vote, I think we should, because we have a say in what goes on in our city, and there's a lot going on in our city that I think would benefit from us all getting involved, so do remember that. Also, if you'd like to watch recordings of the programme, you can do so by going to the RTV Marbella.tv website. You've got links to the programmes, you can watch it live, or you can go to my website, nicoleking.es. You have links there to RTV Marbella to watch the programmes, also to my weekly column, Marbella Moments in the Euro Weekly News, and to our Zero Hero website with an ever-increasing list of great restaurants, bars and hotels that offer free soft drinks to the designated driver. I'm delighted that the Casino Marbella has renewed their subscription. They've got artwork and information on 10 screens in the casino, so really nice to know that more and more companies are getting on board with supporting road traffic safety awareness in a city that's very much revolves around partying and drinking, but hopefully not drinking and driving. It's up to all of us to keep our city safe. I want to thank you all for joining me. I love having you with me. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and I hope you'll join us again next week for more of what's going on in Marbella Now. Hasta ahorita.